This is some high-ass quality product placement for Apple, though. Okay, let's go. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dorian here. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just announced yesterday that Ghost Rider will be making his debut in Season 4 of the show. And I am so pumped and ready, and I was speechless last night when they announced it. But I remember because there were speculations and people were saying that he was, but I was just like, no, like there was a chain on a train. There was a chain on a subway for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and everybody was just assuming that was Hellfire's, and I assumed it also. I was like, nah dude, that's just Hellfire. Like I thought he was going to have a more prominent role in Season 4, but nope, it's Ghost Rider. So yeah, but what I just want to go ahead and do today is just make a quick video explaining what Ghost Rider they're going to bring onto the show and how his powers and origin are different from the original Ghost Riders, and we'll just make moves from there, alright? Oh yeah, and I'll also talk about how I think he's going to fit into this show and what they're going to do with him and what moves they're going to try to make. You feel me? You feel me? Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Jump cut. My dog's looking at me like, what the fuck? Why did you just clap in my face? So the Ghost Rider that's coming onto the show this season's name is Robbie Reyes, who in the comics was a young mechanic that lived in Los Angeles and worked at a car shop, but unfortunately the neighborhood that he lived in was filled with just corrupt gangs and just corrupt people and crimes and stuff. But he had to stay clean and stay a good role model for his younger brother Gabe, who looked up to him as a hero. So Robbie got to the point one day where he was just tired and fed up with all the corrupt violence and gang violence, so he decided to enter a street race to win up to $50,000, and in doing so he had to take one of the cars from the car shop that he didn't know actually had a ghost in it. And as he was taking the lead, however, he was followed by people he thought were the police, and worried about what would happen to Gabe without him, Robbie tried to escape but inadvertently drove into a dead end. And he got out of his car to try to explain himself to the pursuers, only to have them openly just open fire and kill him and just not even let him talk. But they killed him and then took some substance out of the car and then tried to burn his body and burn the evidence. But what ended up happening was the ghost possessed Robbie and he transformed into the Ghost Rider, and the Ghost Rider was like, hell no, they ain't about to do my boy Robbie like that, just kill him and leave him for dead. So he chased down some of the people that tried to or did kill him, and he ended up killing them or getting revenge on them, but he didn't get the rest of them, but he did get some of them. And Robbie awoke the next morning believing that the events that happened were just a dream or a nightmare per se. But I don't understand how you vividly think that you got shot and had a street race and transformed into a Ghost Rider all in a nightmare. Like, how do you dream about all that and remember that? Like, bro, you have had to have known that something funky was going on. However, he soon found out that one of his eyes was now orange, and he returned to the workshop where the car had been and tried to take it out for another drive, but was confronted by two thugs who worked for the owner of the car. And then Robbie became the Ghost Rider again and attacked them before driving into the junkyard and reverting. The Ghost Rider appears in Robbie's reflection, and Robbie asks, like, what is it? Like, what are you? And the Ghost Rider responds back with saying, the real question is, what are we? Like, what are we, bro? Like collectively, together, what are we? Was what I'm trying to say, or what he was trying to say. And the demon revealed itself to be a spirit named Eli and offers Robbie a chance to seek vengeance towards those who have done him wrong. And after some brief thought, he's like, hell yeah, let's do it, let's get lit. I don't think he said let's get lit exactly, but lit was definitely implied in this statement. So later on, Robbie returns to the garage where he worked at, only to find his boss murdered and the car stolen, and Eli, his spirit, says, I know who did it, and they transform into the Ghost Rider, teleport to the car, merge with the car, and take out a bunch of the drug cartel, and then one of them takes a pill that turns him into this big, like, massive Hulk, not the Hulk, but hulking-like, yeah, if you use hulking-like as an adjective, hulking-like figure, and Robbie ends up defeating him, and then he ends up fighting Mr. Hyde, aka Calvin Zabo. He ends up fighting Calvin, but he ends up defeating him, and then is like looked at as like the vigilante of his people, and like everybody respects him, like damn, he's badass. But yeah, that's pretty much a brief overview of his origin. So now I'm just going to talk about how his powers are different from the other Ghost Riders, and also how I see them incorporating this into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So yeah, let's go. You always got to do a jump cut just to make it like significantly that much more effective in the process of telling the story. I don't know what I just said, but we're just going to add another jump cut too. So Robbie Reyes is a little bit different from the other Ghost Riders. The first thing that sets him apart is that he doesn't ride a motorcycle. He prefers the speed and power of a Dodge. Not product placement for a Dodge or anything, but yeah, he fit right into the crew of Fast and Furious. He just, maybe we get, remember, Fast and Furious 9, Hell Blazing, Trailblazing. Another thing that sets him apart is that he's much younger than heroes like Johnny Blaze. In fact, when his story began in All New Ghost Rider, he was still a student in high school. I think that's going to be a great thing to play into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because since the focus has been more towards Daisy and her Secret Warriors team, I think that'd be perfect for him to be younger, to be a little bit inexperienced, so that way when he gets in the program, he can be mentored and shit. You know what's up? You know. Robbie also differs from the other Ghost Riders because he didn't make a deal with devils to get supernatural abilities. Instead, his abilities come from a spirit named Eli Morrow, who is permanently bonded with the car. And the last thing that sets him apart is that when he transforms, he gets a distinctive skull-shaped type helmet instead of the traditional flaming skull, which is pretty badass. And also kind of, I think that's another great reason why he's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is because you don't have to have him, like, when he does blaze up, he's not always just like, he's like that's a lot of money. I know Disney, I know they got that Disney money, but Disney can't fund 22 episodes. They probably could, but they wouldn't want to fund 24 episodes of blazing ass head. You know, you feel me? You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, so he has a helmet instead of the flaming skull, which is pretty badass and saves Marvel and Disney money. And another thing to note is that he went up against Mr. Hyde, aka Daisy's father, who is still on the show technically. And in fact, Daisy even made a Easter egg reference to her father in the season 3 finale. So I mean, there could be something that triggers him to go back into the way he was before. I don't know. You never know. The writers are great and they'll figure out a way, but I think we might see him again in season 4. You never know. So that'd be another great reason to have him on the show. And I think they also need to have a Netflix series starring Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider. That way they can connect the Netflix shows to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and make it actually all connected instead of saying they're connected but not having any interactions between shows. You know, don't say it's all connected if they're not all connected. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think that'd be another great thing they could do with the show to intertwine everything. But yeah, guys, that's it for my short little Ghost Rider video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I might do a top 10 facts about Ghost Rider or something later on, but you never know. Well, you don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and also make sure to check out my Luke Cage trailer reaction video. That trailer was badass. And also check out my Who Was El Diablo video if you want to. I'm going to start my Suicide Squad series back up pretty soon, probably this Monday. But yeah, stick around. I'll have videos if any other trailer drops, like I think a Wonder Woman trailer drops. I'll have a reaction video for that, you know it. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. I never have an outro, but yeah, I stay lit, so it doesn't matter.